Whoa. Okay, hi there guys, welcome back. My name is Mark, I'm a table tennis player and coach in Keynsham, and this is my weekly update number 5 from my little world of table tennis down here in the southwest of England. So since last time, I've had some feedback, first of all on Keynsham Table Tennis Club, my little baby. I had some feedback on some of the ideas and suggestions in the newsletter I sent out via MailChimp, so that went well. A second newsletter will be coming, again, I don't know when, hopefully very soon. But yeah, just expand on some of my thoughts about sort of payment issues and other bits and pieces really. And then looking more locally, so the Bristol League, I did mention last time that all the seasons have been over, in Bath and Bristol. What I forgot to mention is that Bristol have taken the decision to remove the doubles from next season's play. So only 9 points will be on offer. So that will change, change the dynamic really on night out of table tennis in Bristol. Because obviously myself, I love the doubles. It's a great event. Usually buddying up with my man Ricardo in the Bath leagues. So that's really cool. And it's just a bit of banter. It's a nice thing to have at the end of the game. I know in Bristol that teams can opt to have it at any time. A bit of a different thing in Bristol. For those who don't know, Bath is very regimented in the way that they play their games. So player 1 will play player 2 or 3, whatever it will be, then player 2 of the home team will play their next game against 1 or 3, then player 3 will play 1 or 2, and it's a set order. I just can't remember off the top of my head what that order is. I might put it in the description or comments below. But then obviously in Bristol they do it a little bit differently, so the home team literally gets an advantage. It's like you would in football, get to decide which way you kick. The home team will decide which player plays at which point during the night, or whether the doubles is played at any time during the night. So a little bit different, quite enjoyable to see that different culture. Generally they want to start off the night well and have their number 1 player play. But again, I guess it gives the away team captain a bit of choice and a bit of preference as well as to if player 1 is playing for Bristol's home team, which traditionally should be the strongest player, do they put their number 3 in to get it out of the way, or do they try and beat him with their player 1? And it gives the night a bit of an advantage. So yeah, very different ways of playing, but both are enjoyable. I'm a bit up in the air about whether I'll play Bristol next year personally, because like I say, I like the doubles, and it was my first time playing Bristol last season and just tried out in Division 6, so not a particularly high league. But yeah, I'm up in the air whether I do it or don't. But yeah, it's interesting to see different players, different venues, so that is a plus point is going for it. But it's another night out of your week to do something related to table tennis, which isn't a bad thing for me, but friends and family might think a little bit differently of that. And so obviously it's now week 386. Now I'm joking. It's been a long time since I've played. 13th of March is when I last played table tennis, so nothing new to show you there. No montage of me fantastically slaying some opponents. But yeah, so it's all about the content again this week. The ping pong show, produced a couple, did their live thing last Wednesday. I think that's going to be a regular thing on Wednesdays hopefully, to get some live questions. The comment section was lively during the discussion because you can add it in real time. There were a few comments that were picked up which were, I've got to be careful how I say this, but not untoward, but not in the best of light for our sport, because our sport is a minority sport, table tennis, not just in England and the UK but around the world. Harsh as it sounds to say, I think it is a minority sport, and potentially when people get up on topics of say the GOAT, etc., who's the greatest player of all time in table tennis, and people are mentioned and people aren't mentioned, personal feelings can get affected by that. And again, how do you rank achievements in different sections, different areas of our sport? And so I think a lot of people forget that the ping pong show actually has a social remit to what they're trying to do. They want to try and get their YouTube channel monetized. I think they've got over 200 subscribers now. And with the money that they receive for reviews, advertising, etc., they want to buy equipment and bats, balls, etc., clothing for people that may not be able to afford it, either here in England, the UK, or further afield. So I think the ping pong show, in terms of generating topics and conversations around table tennis, is extremely good. I think you're always going to get 1 or 2 comments that do reflect negatively. Apologies and bits and pieces do need to be made during that, but that's all I really want to say on that topic. I think it's doing a lot more good than it is harm for the sport. So make sure you go check them out right now. They had another episode up just yesterday. Get my fingers going the right way. So yeah, that was well worth a watch. A lot more focused around quality of coaching, you know, what qualities do you need to be a coach, and a few other topics around that. And again, a good healthy slice of banter at the end of that episode regarding sort of young and old players. So yeah, make sure you watch that. Watch it lightheartedly, keep an open mind, and it is personal opinions at the end of the day, just like my views are here. So again, if my views for whatever reason offend you, or you know, you don't agree with them, or you've got something more to say on the topic, then you know, please do just let me know. You know, I'm a normal person like you. What I'm trying to do differently on my channel, if you hit that subscribe button somewhere, is actually to bring you views on table tennis just from my own personal opinion. I'm just a humble human man player. Sorry if you're offended by labels. But yeah, I'm just a normal guy just trying to get more people talking about the sport. So yeah, make sure you click like, share with all your friends, etc. if you're able to do so. Again, also just on the content, the British Army table tennis Instagram page, that's a bit of a mouthful. They've got a lot of different interviews on there, and as well as a table tennis app as well. LinQ, something like that. You know, they've been following various different sort of decent players online, trying to get them on their shows as well. Pitch and Pool Talking Balls will be on tonight as well, or whenever I upload this and you get to watch it, etc. So Sunday nights at 7:30, I think it is. So yeah, make sure you check that out. And yeah, just a load of different people are doing different bits on table tennis at the moment. A lot of trick shots as well in table tennis, which are coming to the forefront. Get a lot of traction through, you know, Lad Bible and you know, all those sorts of, you know, very popular sites. So hopefully through those trick shots we get some more players coming through into the leagues, etc.